Long time no see.
Yeah, a long time. How was jail?
I do that shit upside down on my head, amigo.
Okay. Glad you're all right.
Why wouldn't I be, amigo? Never been better in my life.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, you sound like there's a little bit of pep to your step, my friend.
Well, I just wake up and that's when I'm the most joyful. Oh, how about yourself? I see you still walking with that limp.
I mean, it's permanent.
That's what happens when you get old.
That's right. Don't
First
heal
your
the
hair,
same.
then your limbs, then your...
Are we just here to speak about how old I am and make me feel like shit for it, or what?
No, I was trying to break the ice. I'm not the greatest conversationalist. I guess we can go straight to business because the last time you called in a fret. Angry, agitated.
When the f did I do that?
Well, the last few times I talked with you, it's been like that.
Because you disappear all the time, brother. I'm left in the dark and so much. Over here, I've given you history that I didn't even know existed.
You did, and I've been mulling over it for a long time, since giving it.
So
But
now what?
the question is, how is your spirit according to the mission? And do you still have the mission like in your heart?
How dare you even ask me that?
Well, I wanted to ask you even a step further in, and I'll clarify here. Is it to topple this organization? Or is it to acquire the things that are missing from your organization?
It's both, you know that.
I didn't. I've been thinking a lot about it. It's just long after the artifact. And once the artifact done, he could live happily ever after. Or is he actively trying to destroy this thing?
How can I live happily ever after knowing there's a fucking organization out there that has things and information about my past that I don't even know?
Are you aware of the operation that took place a few days ago? 2 days ago, in fact.
I mean, I've heard about people doing some sort of mission. I have no idea what the fuck it was about, though.
Your men were in it. Your man was leading the thing.
Who? Sab?
No, man, no fucking Sab.
The fucking who? Skipper?
No, amigo, the one I told you was an asset.
Arush?
See, he was there. He was there. I tried to organize it so Arush had a spot, but he was kicked out. Surprisingly, Luciano was not there.
Interesting.
Clark, your boy Clark. You see, initially I was assigned to lead it with Senor Forehead, but I got sent to the penitentiary. It seems in my absence, Senor Clark was made the head.
The head of what?
The operation of the mission that we had to accomplish. We had to intercept certain product.
Well, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing?
I'm surprised that you don't know about it. What is your relationship with Cyprus? Like, these guys loyal to you or what?
How do you still not understand? I've explained this to you multiple times. That's Southern Cyprus and Northern Cyprus are very separate. Now, we are together in a sense of, you know, it's like the Avengers, you know, when the world needs a fucking protector, we'll come together to protect Cyprus. But beyond that, we're doing our own shit.
Well, we had a very important operation. The biggest heads in the city were all collected in one place. We were then gathered to go and intercept something. And I've never seen anything in my time in this city guarded in this way. 15 helicopters. 15 helicopters. Attack aircraft. Not to mention the police with their missile weapons. They were guarding a certain piece of technology, which was intercepted by ourselves.
Okay. And what is that technology? A nuke?
No, it's not a nuke. It's a, like, computer, digital, something along those lines. The problem is, because I was in the prison, I was no longer the head of the operation. In my absence, it became Clark main point of contact. He is the only one who saw it. On the yacht, he was the one who held it. The fucking things that we took in. What those things are, he knows. Now,
Intense.
remember you remember the room with Blackwell that you showed me in the computer?
Yeah.
Have you tried since then to access those files?
Trying. The last time I tried was like 2 days ago.
And what did you try, Lang?
What do you mean by that?
What did you try? Many of those things were classified, correct?
Oh, in terms of that, I mean, not much has changed. It's still all classified files I can't get past. The access is
And
high
why,
now.
and why can't we get past it?
Because the access is too low. It's level 3. Half those files are
Okay.
level 4 or 5.
And what does it ask you in order to attend? Does it not ask for a code?
Ask me for a password, yeah, that I decrypted.
Is that not what we
Mine.
need?
Need for what?
To access those fucking files. You got the fucking Blackwell stuff. You got these means to enter his system. But there are certain files that we do not have the clearance for because we lack a certain code. Is this not correct?
Incorrect. Well, it's correct, but it's incorrect. We need a higher level clearance to access those files. I have access to the files. I don't have clearance for the files.
The piece of technology that we got is something clearance related. When we got it from the Yob, Clark was the one who grabbed these things. A contact then came out of the ocean like a fucking whale, like out of a submarine, and Clark handed him these things, these computer products, to him. Now, with this product, I believe there's going to be a certain code, a code that he will have, that I believe will be able to access the Blackwell files.
Damn, he's lying to us, chat. So you think Clark has this code?
I believe it is very possible. And I believe you need to do... Listen, I'm going to tell you something that has... I went to Cyprus about 1.5 weeks ago because I have an import-export business. Now, Cyprus is a very valuable piece of real estate that I don't even think 90% of the fucking pendejos over there understand.
They don't.
It is connected to the docks. The dock is the literal heartbeat of the entire economy of this fucking city.
That is correct.
My import business, I need to have my contacts. I need to have people who understand and control those places. Now, I assume Cyprus would have union workers there, people on the take, dock workers being bribed. They would know the best times to come in and out. They will understand the routes, etc., etc. So I set up a meeting with some of your guys to talk to them about this potential partnership. They helped me with their connections from Cyprus because I see that as their territory. And we worked something out. Things were going good. We then do a mission for the boss, for the Faceless. During this mission, not your guys, but Cyprus guys, some of them go down during the mission. We show up, we rescue them. It was during the Blackwell fiasco. Now, your guys, after the night is over, they call me, they say, come, we have to talk. So I go and Clark and Luciano are in disguise, okay? That night of the mission, the Blackwell mission. They say the police had all our communications. They had our radio channel, so they heard everything.
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as I left that mission, I left that meeting with them, but Clark and Luciano meet with the boss. The very next day, the boss calls to meet me and is ready to kill me. And he starts pressing me saying, Edgar, you called the fucking police on us.
Do you think they're trying to make you look worse in order for them to climb ranks? Like, what do you think they're trying to do there?
when the fucking boss told me that, like, you fucker, I work for you longer than anyone, like, half the guys I'm with are now dead in service to you. You ask me, have the temerity to ask me, to tell me, accuse me of calling the policia. Now, I told him, it's very simple, pinche Cyprus guys, they had the radio channel. That's what happened, the policia had it.
Right.
And he said, that's very strange, because he said, how you know that? I said, I met with them on the dock. The boss said, I saw you, we were surveilling you while you met with them. And I met with them right after. Why didn't they tell me that? He was pissed. And as soon as I left that meeting, Luciano was outside. He called Luciano to come meet with him. Since then, I've been very distant from those guys. They tell me Edgar police have our radio comms. They heard everything. Right after they tell me that, they go meet with the boss, and the boss now is calling me, being like, you called the police.
Yeah, it sounds like they're trying to fuck with you.
Why though? Why they trying to fuck me?
I don't fucking know, brother. How can I know that? What is your relationship with these two? Do they fucking hate you?
I don't know. I thought things were going good. I literally reached out to them because of the docks in Cyprus, so I can do business. And now I'm very, very reluctant.
Well, this screams to me two things. One, there's some beef there that either you're not acknowledging or admitting between you guys. And if that's not the case and that's true, it sounds like they're trying to fuck you over. To either obtain more power, climb ranks, get more information. I don't know, but it's either one or the other, isn't it?
When the last job we did, amigo, I've never seen anything like guarded on this level. We were told that whatever we're gonna grab from this mission is going to change the entire course of this city. The way things operate and move. It's been working on for months. Edgar was supposed to be the head of it, but I lost my court case. I had to do prison. I couldn't get around it. In my absence, pinche clerk is made the head. It's 1 hour before the job. I call a meeting. No one has even made up to discuss how the operation is gonna go. And because a few people were absent, I tried to get more of the Cyprus guys involved, because Speedy wasn't supposed to be involved in it. But I kind of like forced him in, because I assume, like, I don't know why, it just seems to me if you were ever to leave the banners, these guys would flock to your banner.
It's tough for me to think that fully, though. Like, it's like you said, brother, you gotta understand, these motherfuckers have a lot of power. Okay, do I have trust in
who
people?
Have power?
What do you mean, who has power, brother? The people you fucking work for.
No, you mean the faceless.
Correct. So when people see that power and they're offered a taste of it, God knows what they're willing to do for more of that, brother. No matter who it is. The fact of the matter is, I can't offer power like they can, right? So if they are willing to do that, to even the closest of my friends, I can't tell you what the reaction is going to be. A taste of power, brother, can drive you mad, and you should know that more than most people.
That day when I pull up and he accused me of calling the police on that job, the only person I was calling on that job was you, to make sure this Blackwell fucker didn't get in their hands.
Right.
He said that why didn't, like...
Do you understand that Cyprus has nothing to do with Talon? Do you understand that? You understand these people know nothing, not even an inkling of that.
But Lang, you are Talon.
Doesn't matter. It's still separate, brother.
And they are under your umbrella, whether you like to accept it or not. They are under your fucking shadow.
Yes, but Edgar, you have to understand the difference here. I will kill my own people for the sake of Talon. They will kill everybody for the sake of Cyprus. That is what their number one is, not mine. You understand that? If you gave me 2 people who were in Cyprus that I had to kill for Talon, I would do it in a heartbeat. If you do the same for them, they would not do it. They don't understand. They don't even know it. They don't even know about the fucking basement. You think I'm bullshitting you when I'm telling you I'm giving you information very few people in this fucking city know?
No, I don't doubt you there. I don't doubt you whatsoever. And I have not breathed a syllable of that to anyone.
Yeah, so I need you to understand that, yes, are these my people when it comes to Cyprus? Correct. Cyprus is my double life, my friend. It is an image I uphold so people don't ever wonder or suspect what I'm actually doing.
But I want you to understand one other caveat. Without you in the picture, when people think Cyprus, they don't think of those guys. They think of Lang.
Correct.
And if Lang was out of the picture, Cyprus would crumble and sink within the week.
Debatable, but sure.
It's a fact.
Sure, I don't care to argue that. Go ahead, make your point.
Okay. But that's what I'm saying. And I know the people over there. This is just my intuition. This is my instinct.
Yeah.
They know that. And they know if Lang were to all together depart, that they would crumble. And whether they're hungry for power, I don't know. Now all I will say is this. There was like a, it's very interesting you say they're trying to like make me, like put me down.
Brother, we live in a world where people do that.
When I went to the boss man, he said, that's like, why the fuck didn't they tell me they had the radio comms? It's almost like they said, Edgar, it's almost like they told the boss, Edgar called the police.
Bro, this is a game of Survivor. Motherfuckers gonna say what they can to make sure they make it to the next round.
Well, because of these little games and because of me being in prison, this clerk got in a position where he was head of that situation. And I'm telling you, there's gonna be an access code that he's gonna have.
I'll speak to him about it.
He's gonna have an access code, and if you get I'm telling you, I know he will get one. As the main point of contact, I haven't spoken to the boss since that job. And if you get that, I'm telling you, we can crack those fucking files and see whatever else was in the fucking Blackwell security clearances.
Okay, but I need to understand something. Do you think they tell me about this?
I think if you ask.
Okay, well,
they
just
will
to clarify, right? If you're correct, if I were to go and approach them and ask, they would likely tell me. But it's not like they're, it's not like they're fucking finishing little fucking missions and they're calling up good old Lang to tell them what the fuck, their day was. You understand that, right?
And why don't you ask them to?
Because Edgar, I am playing. How do you not get it? I'm playing a very dangerous game here. I am the biggest hypocrite. I live in an organization where I preach about it being number one, give your entire life to this fucking thing, when I would never do it. The minute that starts to show, brother, is the minute everything actually will crumble. Cyprus means nothing to me. It's simply a tool I use to hide.
Then use this tool. Use this tool. Use this tool. You need to use the tool. Until I repair the grace that I lost. In this moment, you have a guy who was in your old gang, who used to take order from you, who have much longer bond. You have Luciano, Speedy, and Clark. 3 guys who used to follow orders to you, who have years and years of report. You need to use that fucking tool.
I'll work on it.
I'm telling you for certainty, he's gonna have a code.
Yeah, we have to understand. I can't just approach. I gotta think of a way to ask where it doesn't seem like it's. I can't approach thinking that. Listen, this is very difficult. I'll attempt to do it, but you have to understand this is very difficult. The only reason I even approached you to work with you is because you're not Cyprus. So I could stand here and I could be transparent about my motives, and it will not affect you. If I go to Clark and I'm like, oh, I'm a part of this organization, this means more to me than Cyprus ever would, he's not going to take that well. When I spent the better part of a year drilling to his mind that nothing but Cyprus is number one to him. You understand that? It's a dangerous game.
It is. I'm thinking of a way to... Because you cannot bring up the access code without mentioning how you found out, which would reveal our connection.
I have a way to do it.
How?
I think well, I'm gonna have to risk a lot. How important is this access code? Do I really take a massive risk?
This is what I'm saying. There is Blackwell was pass. After that, you get this drive. From the drive, you are able to see only a very little bit. From that very little bit, you're able to go to the docks and extract something, correct?
Correct.
There is then still a lot more that is behind password. If it's guarded by a password, that means the stuff behind it is very valuable. The higher the clearance, the more value it holds. And these guys are all about information. Now, we grabbed something, a piece of technology that is behind certain codes. And your old guys were made the head of the operation while I was in prison. And now if a certain code is to be had, it will be had from them. While Edgar lingers in the shadows as one of the
Don't feel good, does it, buddy?
less favored assets.
Oh, don't feel good, huh? Well, I will look into it. And I will try to see if I can extract any information, but it will be difficult.
You have to do it in such a way, like if you bring up anything about a certain code, it's gonna burn. They're gonna say, how you know that?
I know. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna bring it up that I heard that they went on a mission. I'm just gonna ask how it goes. I'm just gonna see if there's any opening where I can go into it. It's the only way to do it.
Okay, I want to ask you something else. That book you gave me the other day that I read,
Yeah.
where did that come from? Was that in your library this whole time?
It was. Well, it was in my library at one point. And then I had to hit an entire transport and extract the artifacts, and with each artifact was a book.
With each, how many artifacts were there?
There was a total of 4, and I will be hitting another transport tomorrow to hopefully get more.
4 of them?
Yeah, well, 3, well, it was technically 2. 3 were the same. Was the
dagger
medallion.
and the dagger and the medallion. Did you get that?
Yes,
You got both of them.
yes. 3 medallions, 1 dagger. Edgar, there's so much to show you, you have no fucking idea. But
what
it's
is
only
the-
when the time is right.
What does the dagger look like?
I mean, it's a work of art. I can't even describe it to you. You'd have to see it for yourself.
Do you know how it was stolen from you?
That's what I am trying to figure out.
I'm gonna say something. I'm not trying to. Maybe I'm just overcooking here. The stuff I read in that book, I'm telling you, I have heard those same tenets repeated by the Faceless to me over and over and over and over again. It's almost like the entire Faceless organization was built on the model of Talon.
Oh, chill, bro.
And it seems to me, whoever is at the fucking head, because the Blue Man isn't the guy we call the Blue Man, he's not the head of the operation. He too have bosses.
Yeah.
And it seemed like whoever is answering to was once one of yours, one of Talon.
And that is likely, well, that's not likely, that is my biggest fear. It's either, let's understand, okay, this organization has spanned such a length of time. It's hard to believe that these people that were all involved in Talon were friends till the very end. Who knows what has happened? Who knows what conversations and backdoor meetings and betrayals have happened, falling outs. And maybe you're right. It could be a product of that. But I cannot allow my mind to go down that dark hole until I get concrete proof. Otherwise, I don't know how I would react.
I say that because whoever it is will be able to counter, like every move, they're gonna know the counter move to it, because it just seems like it was someone that was so deep and understands the way Talon operate.
I know.
It is so similar, like the words that I read in that book, I heard the Blue Man fucking say, like as their mottos. Working in silence, striking, having like strategic persons in very high positions. In any case,
I need you to understand something. Back when I owned all my companies, I used to have a company, an investment company. It was simply a shell to move money around and to invest and purchase things under, you know, not my name, but to expose me. And do you want to take a guess what that company was called?
I have no idea.
It was called Nest Holdings.
What?
Now, I resigned. I retired. I gave everything away.
You are the one that created Nest Holdings?
Now, we need to be very specific here. There is a world where Nest and Nest Holdings is a sheer coincidence, and they're completely different entities. There's also a world when I left this company and I sold all my shares. Who knows who has purchased, climbed the ranks, and now ran these things?
Wait, I was screaming internally, so I didn't catch a few of your words. You mean to tell me the Nest that I see around in the billboards, this is the same Nest that you created?
No, it's very important to clarify. Again, there is a world where that could be true, and then there's a world where it's just a coincidence. Brother, we sold everything. All shares. Everything about the company was given away. I didn't give a fuck to who. Gave it to the highest bidder to fill my pocket so I can leave this fucking shithole city.
Did you ever witness who it was that bought it from you?
No, I didn't care to find out.
Fuck. When are you going to try to figure out from Speedy and Clark
I will look into
about
it, yeah.
this code?
Yeah, I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna come up with a plan to bring it up nonchalantly and see if they will just leak information without me having to pull for it.
This is the fact. There was 8 of us armed with like over thousands of bullets and weapons. 15 aerial support, like I've never seen anything this guarded. We took out everyone. Clark was the one who went and held it in his hands, and he was the one who at the docks on the at the pier in Del Perro Pier, he was the one that handed it off to the asset. It is Clark with his own eyes who's seen what the package was.
I will find out what it is.
Be very careful not to reveal that you know that.
Brother,
But
we cannot
he
reveal anything. We can't even reveal that we are speaking. Do you understand? There's only 3 people that know of our connection. Me, you, and Charlie, and that's it. And it needs to stay that way. I'll speak to Clark. If I find out anything, I'll give you a call.
Lang, when will I be able to be in that basement again to look at those files?
Not sure, Edgar.
I want to see those files again, you promised.
Well, we'll see how tomorrow goes, and I'll give you a call.
Us.
Now, the reality is, Lang never cared to make the connection to Nest Holdings and Nest because he dissolved that company. Nobody ever actually bought it. We just totally bluffed that, by the way. Because we know that if Edgar goes to see if that's true, people can draw these conclusions because that company did exist, just so you guys know. That was just a way for us to try to reel him back to our side. That was a full-on lie. Like, Lang doesn't believe that. I just want to clarify that to chat. You guys are aware of, like, his line of thinking right now.